I'm the type of gamer that likes to play the game and watch the cutscenes, but not really read any files, or notes, or really look up any lore for that matter. So I had the brilliant idea to talk about the game's story from yours truly, from my point of view, because I pretty much have all the qualifications, am I right? I mean, I got the game, I beat it multiple times, and I have a YouTube channel. So here I am, bringing you Gears of War Explained. The game starts with someone in a prison cell 14 years after E-Day, which is exactly what I call the day I got my first erection. But we see some weird looking monsters on the roof, and then our cell visor opens. And instead of a meal, it's a prison break. We get our gear on and tell the rando to get all of the other prisoners, but surprise, everyone else is already out. A guy named Hoffman already pardoned all of them, except for us. That piece of shit Hoffman, I already don't like him, and neither do you guys.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, Pam.
Hey. No, there's no hey, Pam. We don't like Pam.
Got it. Eat a dick, Pam.
Judging by this beautiful art on the wall, it looks like we are in the slab. We go up to Dom, thanks subtitles, and he gives us the choice of going the safe route or the combat route. And I've told you guys, I'm a shooter. If you give me a gun, I'm picking combat 11 out of 10 times.
Nice.
So we run into our first enemies, and me and Domothy are out here looking like... Nah, just kidding, I do this. We just make our way through the prison like it's a Sunday midday walk during spring until we get outside and wait, is that what I think it is?
They're playing basketball.
We kill all of the guys, and now that we are king of the yard, we get a VIP helicopter airlift out of here. So I guess we're Delta Squad, and guess who we are going to go and meet? Fucking Hoffman. Apparently our guy Marcus is low-key super popular because the random here is fangirling. We land and Hoffman calls us a traitor. Marcus is all like, fuck off, old man Jenkins, and we stare at this lady for an absurd amount of time for some reason.
When I see your
Kind of reminds me of... But apparently we need a resonator to power up the light mass bomb that will map out the enemy's tunnels so we can hit them on their home turf. If that didn't make sense to you guys, don't worry because that made no sense to me either. I'm like Patrick out here, man.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
But then forget about all of that because I guess our priority objective is to reach Alpha Squad. I also really like how they use a play on words here. They have the word nemesis, you know, like in Resident Evil, but they say nemesis. While these two are just fucking gossiping, Marcus and Dom are literally killing everyone. I don't think these two assholes even raised their guns. We got more bad blood with Hoffman. Then once again, I do the craziest thing in gaming that you could do and I turn off subtitles. And yes, I also have subtitles on for my shows and movies, okay? I'm old. Leave me alone. It's also the reason why I turn down the music when I'm looking at house addresses. Does it make sense? No, not at all. It's not like hearing affects my vision, but I do it anyway, okay? We run into the next section where we have a little shootout and I remember, wait a minute, I have a chainsaw attached to this gun. So I go up to this guy and... Okay, whoops, but I think I got it fixed, so you know, that was weird. Yes. We see some of Team Alpha below us on the street, and I don't know guys, they aren't looking very lively.
when your legs don't work like they used to before.
We make our way down to them and I hear a teammate say that he hopes one of the bodies isn't Rojas. Because apparently Rojas had a kid that just turned 2 or you know, some sob story shit like that. But that's okay because it turns out it's not Rojas. Thank the lordy, it's probably just some other random ass guy that also had a family. This guy finds a ball and then just throws it down the hole. Probably not a good idea to throw away an item that was with your dead comrades, but you know, whatever. Potential foreshadowing. We get orders to go to the next area wherever it is. is, so I make my way around this very inconvenient hole to get the flank on this guy on a turret. I'm not really too sure what the fuck the first guy was doing, but you know, he's obviously not having his teammates back. We have a part where we need to split up, and it's not so bad on single player, but it's pretty bad on co-op, because you and your co-op partner split up, and if one of you dies, you have to restart this whole section again. So yeah, it sucks, but that's okay because it's just me, I have no friends. But want to know what's even badder? This mamma jamma right here.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
We eventually regroup and listen to this. If I get on this troika, you guys better get my back. I see this guy walk past me and I'm thinking, oh, you know, I got 3 teammates. Surely they can handle this one guy. Really? Why is everyone else even here? Thanks for the help, teammates.
Girl, you know ground. Put you in positions that you never even know.
The next area, we get a cutscene, and the guy that was fangirling over Marcus in the helicopter, you know, the same guy that also threw the ball into the hole, is complaining that his gun keeps jamming. And if you've ever seen Starship Troopers, you know what's about to happen. No, that guy was my favorite. So now we are in another firefight with these monsters again, but this time they're shirtless. We get inside the nearby building and run into Alpha member Cole, who I guess used to play football at a high level. I guess that's important enough for the game to shove it down our throats. But he tells us that the comms aren't working because of something called Cedars are jamming the signal. So our new objective is to take out the Cedars. We pick up a new gun called the Hammer of Dawn, and it basically does this.
Fire your weapon, soldier. Hold your trigger down.
On some satellite Elon Musk shit, and that's also 1 Cedar down. We take down our second Cedar, and then we walk up to a dead body, and hey, it's Rojas. Everyone remembers that, right? And of course, my sister's calling me right in the middle of this voice recording. Gotta hang up on that shit, you know, this shit's important. So yeah, we remember Rojas, right? The guy whose kid just turned 2, and I don't even think I can make a joke about this. Kind of like Rojas, how he can't make jokes anymore because he's dead. We find and kill the last Cedar, which means comms are good to go, so we move on out to find Alpha Team.
They can't see me. I can't see them.
Who's next?
It's a great fucking hiding spot, Jesus Christ. We get to this room where Baldy here says that this room has a lot of history. Marcus says it also has a lot of lies, and then Mr. Clean responds with,
Oh, you've got some nerve, soldier. I know all about your trial.
His trial was a sham, sir.
Fuck you, Kim K.
Don't push me, soldier. This tree is the pickup zone.
We kill all of the enemies that are attacking Alpha Team, and we regroup with them, and then we meet Cole's homie Baird, who's white.
I just don't want to get into a formal thing here. I'm white, you know? I'm white.
He puts the resonator on Cole's back, and a helicopter comes in to save us, and the enemy is following this helicopter as if it has the nuke to end their civilization, which I guess it kind of does with the resonator on board. What the fuck am I thinking? The helicopter gets taken down, and Big Baddie over here catches Kim's chainsaw in his hand.
I am pleased with our progress. I understand they have located another squad. Our strategy remains the same. Cut off the head of the Smith, and the body dies.
Yeah, we don't even like Kim, so that's okay. We go into the next building, and Baird tells us that there's a berserker, and I don't really know what that is, but it doesn't sound too good. Rando freaks out now of all places and then runs into the berserker and gets mauled to death.
Did that go the way you thought it was gonna go? Nope.
So game plan is to draw the berserker's attention and barrel roll out of the way. That way Big Bessie here slams into the wall, opening another path. Eventually this will lead us outside to use the Hammer of Dawn. And once again, you guys all know this, I'm a sick fuck, and I literally take so much enjoyment in rolling out of its way last minute. We get outside, but the game glitches out. And I swear to God, whenever I'm recording for these poorly explained videos, something weird always happens. And sure enough, this debris fell in the way. So I'm outside where I can use the Hammer of Dawn, but the monster is stuck inside where I can't use the Hammer of Dawn. Do we see the problem here? And normally I would just fuck around, but there's also a timer counting down, so I don't want to know what happens when it runs out. I restart the checkpoint and the Berserker comes out, so now I can fry it with satellite power. We get new orders.
You'll deploy your resonator in the Lethia Emulsion facility due west to your position.
And you all heard him laughing now. Marcus also gets put in charge, which Baird doesn't like. Dom is about to smack Baird like,
Noah!
but Cole stops him. We have to find transportation to Lafia Tafia because the block is hot and helicopters can't come get us. We run into these guys called boomers because, like Pokemon, they say their name. Literally mid-bite of my chili dog. Okay, Boomer. Dom tells us that we can go to the Stranded's place where I guess it's like one giant homeless community. So we question why Dom is close with someone there, but hey, you know, that's none of my business. We make it to the Stranded's checkpoint and yeah, they don't seem to like us much. Then we run into Dom's sneaky link and we ask for the guy's junker, which sounds sexual, but it's a vehicle. He says no, so Dom is all like, hey, you owe me one. I'm calling in the favor. And the guy agrees. You know, just back when someone's word actually meant something. Baird and Cole stay back as collateral, so Dom and Marcus head out to find this junker.
Making my way through the hood, sipping this yak. Niggas about to get blown with the Mac.
Until we get to this thing. We get a cutscene showing, I don't know, bugs? I like to call them bats. I don't know, they're probably not bats, but I'm gonna call them bats. So basically, I need to stay in the light. If I go into any area that's dark, I'm going to end up like this guy. Great. Oh. So this whole next part is us killing guys while avoiding darkness. And I swear to God, we call Baird and Cole or somebody every 5 goddamn minutes. This whole part spans like 15 minutes long, and I swear I get a call every minute, which is fine and all, but we slow the fuck down to hold our hand to our ear. We are trying to avoid darkness here, people. Can we stop calling me while I'm trying not to die? I can't sprint to the next light source when I'm on the phone. So I switch to do not disturb and I get to the gas station. This old timer blames the bats and shit on us like, okay, you're not gonna live long anyway, so shut up. Dude did not think that we would make it, so he didn't even bother gassing up the junker. So we turn on the gasoline, and while the junker is fueling up, waves of locusts come and attack us. We kill them pretty easily. Then we get into the junker with the old man and we leave blowing up the gas station just cause we're cute. Next part isn't too bad. The junker has 2 functions, drive or shoot a light beam to repel the bats. One or the other, I cannot do both at the same time. So it's a lot of me driving, slamming into shit, or swapping to beam the bats to keep them off my ass. We eventually get back to Baird and Cole and they are being attacked, so Big Daddy Marcus has to come in and save the day. Then we all get in the junker and leave, just, you know, the boys on a road trip. Until our junker decides to just blow up, so now we're walking it. It's also a good thing that I really actually rewatched my gameplay because Control tells us that we need to go through the factory to get to the mines. Because while I was playing in the factory, I was thinking, God, I have no idea why I'm here. I don't know how to explain this for my video. I missed this entire explanation while playing and pretty much all throughout my childhood apparently. We get a sneak peek of new enemies, well, I mean, kind of new. It's the same little guys, but they ate some glow sticks, so now they glow in the dark. We find a door to the factory and it's shut. Our little robot buddy can't break in because it's thicker than Violet Myers, so we decide to separate. We send Cole and Baird around one way while Marcus and Dom go the other. The new enemies think that they can jump us, and when we kill them, they do a little explosion, so I think, I wonder what would happen if I chainsaw one. I also noticed that in this game we are very much the macho jock type with no brains. For example, we find an elevator with no power, and instead of thinking there might be a generator somewhere, we call Control and say, hey, no power for elevator. And Control is all like, maybe there's a generator nearby? And we go, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Very good, Kronk.
We enter the facility and then somehow see a gruesome flashback that isn't our own, so I don't really know how we see it. We find us stranded in the room next to us and he's all like, oh boy, it's time to get the fuck out of here. But no, Marcus is like, hey bitch boy, open this door for us and then we'll leave later. Our guys aren't very nice to anyone really. Baird and Cole somehow, someway ended up in the sewers and I don't really know if we even used the stranded guy, but I'm just trying to get them angles like...
Excuse me! Heather! Can you tell us what you're feeling, honey? Lots of hate!
No wonder why the stranded hate us. Marcus and the team are assholes to them. And then I'm over here trying to get highlights of their death for my future Gears of War documentary, so it actually makes perfect sense why they hate us. So now this whole part is trying to get around without stepping on a collapsing wooden panel.
Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!
And I swear to God, whenever a board breaks, these monsters scream like... My sister Vanessa said it actually sounds like something off of Rick and Morty. This monster for some reason gets a little cutscene as if we haven't just killed 50 of them prior. You aren't news, dude, get out of my face. We regroup with Baird and Cole and eventually get to these little minecart things, which this whole sequence I can confidently say I was not expecting in a game like this. I quite literally just crouch and sit here until the ride ends. And we somehow get separated from Dom and get matched up with Baird, so that's great. But thankfully, the separation doesn't last too long. We end up in the mines and regroup with Cole and Dom only to get separated again. This time we group up with our boyfriend Dom and everything is just right in the world again. Baird and Cole basically just sit there so they can protect the resonator, and that is going to be the end of part 1. So be sure to check out part 2 later where we will wrap up the rest of Gears of War. So thank you all so much for watching and I will see you guys for part 2.